Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into something the sources are calling the Weaver's Paradox. It's, well, it's really quite a tragic story, actually.
It is. It's about this really promising, decentralized ideal, this vision for empowering people that basically got completely dismantled.
Yeah, and not by, like, a technical flaw in the code initially, but by something more fundamental almost, like human greed,
Mhm.
speculation.
Exactly. It's a classic case study, really. So the story centers on a developer named Anya who built this platform, Weave.
Right.
And her goal was, it was genuinely noble. She wanted to use this decentralized tech to help artisans, specifically weavers in pretty remote communities.
Let them sell their textiles, these complex pieces,
Yeah,
directly. Cut out the middlemen.
precisely. Full transparency, direct payments, empowering them.
And the fascinating thing is, it actually worked. At first, anyway.
It really did. And this wasn't some overnight crypto boom thing. It was slow, steady growth.
Yeah, the sources mentioned Anya was really focused on the user experience, like actually talking to the weavers, figuring out their needs. That sounds like what some people call the innovation flywheel.
Slow improvements building on each other. And that led to real adoption by the artisans. Critically, they started earning, genuinely life-changing income.
There were stories,
Yeah.
right, about families using the extra money for education, things like
Right.
that, moving beyond just subsistence.
Absolutely. It was a real functioning ethical economy built on actual utility, the cloth.
But that stability, that's often where the trouble starts in these token ecosystems, isn't it?
It often is. The platform started working perhaps a bit too well, attracting wider attention. The market noticed.
Ah.
Then some influencer mentioned the token associated with Weave, and just like that steady organic growth, it got swallowed whole by the hype cycle.
Right, the speculation cycle kicks in.
Yeah,
And that's the paradox, isn't it? The moment hype takes over.
that's exactly it. Anya apparently described watching the market price of the Weave token just completely disconnect from the actual physical value of the textiles being sold.
So it wasn't trading based on the cloth anymore.
Not at all. It was trading on pure hope, speculation, what people thought it might be worth someday, totally detached from its real-world use.
And that inflated price, that makes it a target.
A massive target. It essentially painted a huge bullseye on the platform. You're incentivizing attacks when the potential payout looks that big.
So what happened? The sources mentioned security incidents.
Two major ones, back to back, that really broke the system. But hold on, maybe you're wondering.
Yeah, I was going to ask, if the price was just speculative, why couldn't the weavers just sort of ignore the token trading and keep selling their cloth based on its real value?
That's the crucial link. The speculation created the vulnerability. That high digital price made hacking incredibly lucrative.
Okay, I see.
So first, there was this really sophisticated phishing scam. It was specifically designed to trick the artists, playing on their maybe limited technical knowledge, weaponizing the digital divide, essentially.
Oh, that's rough.
And then almost right after that, bam, an exploit in a DeFi protocol that Weave was connected to. A vulnerability next door, basically.
And a result.
Swift.
Yeah.
Devastating. The platform's main treasury, the fund holding the weavers' collective money meant for buying materials, thread, dye, looms for the next season.
Gone.
Poof. Vanished.
Wow, just like that.
And those two security incidents happening so close together, they just completely shattered public trust, both within the weaving community and in the media looking in.
Which triggers that trust break concept we've talked about.
Exactly. Instantly.
Yeah.
Catastrophically. Once people lose faith that the system protects them, that social contract is broken, the tech itself could be perfect, but it stops functioning socially.
And then the government steps in.
Right. The public outcry, the media attention, it forced their hand. They felt they had to do something.
But the attempt at regulatory clarity, it wasn't helpful.
The sources describe it less like a scalpel and more like a sledgehammer.
Ouch.
Yeah, these broad new regulations were probably designed with catching future scams in mind, but they just completely choked the life out of Weave's original legitimate function.
So Anya couldn't operate anymore, couldn't raise funds for security, couldn't innovate.
Pretty much paralyzed her. The platform, built on real utility, helping real people, was essentially killed by the collateral damage from a purely speculative mania and the blunt reaction to it. A ghost platform.
So Anya's tragic wisdom here.
Mm-hmm.
What should you, the listener, take away? It seems she realized that when a system gets swept up in that speculation cycle,
Yeah.
the most valuable things, the intangible things like the initial ideal, the community trust, They're the first to burn up when that hype gets too
It
intense.
really leaves you with a difficult question, doesn't it? If even these well-intentioned decentralized systems, ones like Weave that are actually tied to tangible goods, can get consumed by speculation when they scale up, then what needs to fundamentally change? Is it the technology's design? Or is it something deeper about the human incentives driving it all? What has to shift for that ideal of true, empowering decentralization to actually survive in the long run?